video, we are talking about having links in various social media platforms so that you will get more visibility and cats. You will get more visibility to your TPT products. Stay tuned. My name is Lorianne, and if you're new or returning, welcome. Here at It's All Primary, we talk teacher side hustles such as Teachers Pay Teachers, Boom, Canva, Pinterest, Google Slides, with the appearance of this little guy. And school has started, already tired. You probably are in the same boat and working on that new fall routine. And if you didn't catch that video from a couple weeks ago, I'll put a picture there and it'll be a link at the end. But one of the things that I'm trying to be a little bit more intentional about is making sure that my links are good. Not just a link to Teachers Pay Teachers, but a link to specific products, a link to even a category in my Teachers Pay Teachers store, because it's easy. It's so easy if you just put a link to Teachers Pay Teachers that they may not get to your product. They may search somewhere else and you want to direct them right to your product. And our time is precious. If you're teaching full-time like I am, we don't have time to waste when we're working on our side hustles. And so if we're going to take the time to use Instagram or Facebook or Pinterest, we want to make sure that we are taking that extra time to put that link in so that we can track to see how effective our work really is. Even you can do it in your note to followers. You can do it in your emails. There's places, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment. Let's be more intentional with what we're doing. And I listen, I know, like many of you, when I'm trying to finish a product, I'm now cutting. If I'm going to start cutting corners, I'm cutting corners as I'm uploading, because I just want the product uploaded. I don't want to do anything more. I'm tired, right? We can't do that. I've done that, and many products don't get seen because I haven't taken that couple extra minutes, maybe half an hour or an hour, to market things a little bit better, making sure everything is optimized. It's doing all these little things. And sometimes it is almost worth batching. For example, sometimes I'll make boom cards in sets of 2s and 3s. And then once I've got those boom cards done, I will look at different ways of how I can market them. Whether that is making pins for all 3 of them at the same time, and not just doing regular pins, but doing idea pins and putting a link. And I'm going to show you in a moment how I put a link in an idea pin. But I do that. I look to see whether I can write blog posts so I can drive them from my blog to Teachers Pay Teachers, or even Boom Learning. Though with Boom Learning, you can't track your traffic. One of my pet peeves, but anyways. So I will do that. Sometimes I will post them on Instagram, and then it's a matter of, am I providing a link? And that's something like I said, sometimes I'm cutting corners, and that might be the thing that I forget to do or don't do, and yet it can be one of the most important things to do once you've uploaded a product. So where should you be adding links? Pretty much everywhere. One of the things that when I started my Instagram account, and I use Linktr.ee. There's a few out there that are free, and when I did that, I initially did it to Teachers Pay Teachers, my store. But what I realized is I really needed to be a little bit more, put more specific things. So what I did was, and I'll show you this, I made a UTM code. And speaking of UTM codes, if you've never used a UTM code, they're very easy. I'll show you how to do them. I'll show you just a little quick way to track, or not necessarily track, keep track of your UTM codes, because you can always use them again, right? And I'll show you I'm going to show you my traffic, and I'll show you a UTM code. You can use them in Pinterest, you can use them in Instagram, you can use them in Facebook, you can use them in your email, your note to followers. Like, there are different places you can use them, and I would use them everywhere. Use them in your blog, right? If you have these things. If you are new to selling Teachers Pay Teachers, just don't worry about these at the moment, unless you are doing something in Instagram or Facebook or Pinterest, then use them. If you're going to take the time to make a post, use a UTM code. I really enjoy looking at my traffic. I'm a numbers person. I like analytics. I like looking at my analytics for YouTube. I like seeing all those things, and even to see my traffic from YouTube to my Teachers Pay Teacher store is crazy. But one of the things that I need to do is actually put some UTM codes in so I can see which video the traffic is coming from, right? And you can do that. You can create UTM codes every single week if you wanted to. UTM codes are usually good for, I believe, and when we go in, you'll see it. It's either 24 hours or 48 hours. They're good for a couple days, I think. But again, we'll look at that, okay? But put links everywhere. Put them everywhere so that people, they click on something you've done and it takes them to that product, and you're making it as easy as possible for your buyer to buy. If you're just sending them to your store, which like I said, I've done it, or you send them to Teachers Pay Teachers, you're making it harder for them to click buy. Okay? You want to make it super easy. If you are talking about a product line, send them to the whole product line and let them see the whole product line. Okay? If you are talking about a specific product, take them to that specific product. If you're talking about your store, take them to the store link, right? Have all these links. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to show you my Linktree in Instagram. I'm going to show you the UTM codes in Teachers Pay Teachers, how to create one, and then a quick, easy Google spreadsheet that you can create yourself, a Google Sheet, and just to keep track of them. And then I'm going to also show you my traffic for the last 6, 7, I can't remember the number, for the last few months, just so you can see some different things. And I'll try to remember to show you. There's things on my tracking, and there will be things on your tracking that you'll be like, huh? What? Where did this come from? People will they'll click a link, and then it gets them on this rabbit trail, and you might have been hit on the rabbit trail, right? So you will get these random links in your traffic. Just be thankful that someone went down a rabbit trail and found you, because you might have got a sale that way. Okay. Anyways, let's turn the camera around and I'll show you a few things. So what you're going to do is go into your dashboard, which is the little house, dashboard, and then you're going to go from dashboard to traffic. In traffic, you will see that probably Teachers Pay Teachers is your largest number. It is often from just buyers typing in the search bar. That's why optimization is so important. And then what will follow is all the other ones. So YouTube is a large, I get a large amount of links from YouTube. Okay, so I don't have a UTM code on my YouTube channel. Maybe that's something I should consider doing. And then emails that TPT puts out. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean a direct link. So someone may have looked at a product on the TPT emails, and then from the email, from the product that they looked at that was posted on TPT email, they might have moved over to my channel, my store, and bought something. Okay, so it might be an indirect purchase. A note to followers. Okay, so put UTM links in your note to followers and see which note to follower got the actual link. Or you just leave it and then you just find out that I've been getting a few clicks from note to followers. So it's a matter of which one was it. Pinterest. These are some of my static pins before I knew about UTM codes last year and a half. So I'm still getting clicks on Pinterest, and again, that could be my Pinterest, it could be someone else's Pinterest. Linktree. Now Linktree is in my Instagram, on my Instagram account, and I get the occasional stuff coming from Linktree. Again, that's not telling me if it's my Linktree or someone else's Linktree. Let me just go to Linktree right now and just show you. So in your Instagram profile, you can add Linktree or Smart Bio. There's a few of them. Linktree is free. Yes, it has an upgrade that you can purchase. I don't know how much it is because I haven't needed it. But if I click on my Linktree, or anyone else clicks on my Linktree, these are my links. Okay, so I have just the TPT seller templates that are in my TPT store, linked, TPT resources, blog, Bloom Learning, Facebook group, It's So Primary, the website, and the YouTube channel. These are general links. Could I change them? Absolutely. Going back to the question that someone asked about where can you put a landing page, I could put a link to my landing page right here in Linktree. I don't believe there's a limit to how many links you can have, but that's where they are. Again, because I got a general link, I don't know 100% whether this is my Linktree or whether it's someone else's Linktree. I suspect it's mine, but might need a UTM code. Okay, Google AdWords, it's an interesting number. The TPT Core Marketplace, some of these are different people's websites, different things that TPT advertises. Facebook, here is an actual UTM code right here on Pinterest, but didn't get sales. So there was something between them clicking and seeing the product and them deciding not to buy that I should think about. And then I've got other people's, well, there's my website, so it's gotten a couple links. New product is, this one is mine. I don't know if I wrote new product on any of them. I don't think this UTM code is mine. I'm not 100% sure. And that's the thing is, open up a Google Doc and put in make a spreadsheet for yourself for your UTM codes. And there's some of the other places, Marketplace, right? Some of these codes are other people's. The Moffat Girls, that one's kind of cool. The Moffat Girls are one of the biggest TPT stores. So if I'm getting something that's going from the Moffat Girls to me, that makes me excited. And other people's websites. Here's someone, see, Math with Minis. So that's their link. And then they came to mine. Note to followers, in search. So websites, that's not mine. That's not mine. ConvertKit, that one's mine. So some of these are mine and some of these are not mine. That's what I mean. But fascinating, really. Where people are coming from. And again, some of them you won't be able to figure out, and that's why your UTM codes are important. So you can start your UTM code right here. It says URL Builder, and they've updated it a little bit. Let me just adjust this a moment. So a good place to keep track of your UTM codes is in your data collection. Okay, so if you've purchased that template, it's in my store. But what I did was I hit this plus sign, add a sheet, and then I just typed in the word UTM codes. So now what I would do is maybe put the month. So it is September 2022. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to back to TPT. I'm going to, let me go back just so I'm going to URL Builder. And now I'm going to create a new one. So one nice thing that they've updated is if you instead of opening up a new window and getting the link to the product, you can actually just go over here to where it says select product, and I can pick anything here. So if I do my bundle, I'll go TPT seller bundle. Okay, and I'm going to share this link on Linktree. So I'm going to change my Instagram. And I'm just going to call it seller bundle. Okay, so that's what will be displayed in the tracking. Linktree seller bundle. Okay, and then I hit generate, and here's now the link. So I'm going to copy the link. I'm going to now go into Linktree. So here's the existing one. So I'm going to edit it, put in the new one. and it's automatically saved. Okay, and then what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go over to my data collection, and I'm going to put in, actually the date's fine. Then I'm going to do source and link so that I can use it again, because over on TPT, this link will only be for about 48 hours and then it will disappear. So I'm going to go here. So I'm going to go Linktree TPT seller bundle. I'm going to extend that a little bit longer, and then I'm going to put the link right here. So now I have it. And so now I don't have to go back to my UTM builder. I've got I'll put all my links here, and look at that. Picture shows up and everything. And it's really that easy. Someone asked about how do you put a link in an idea pin? Okay, I got this idea, I believe, from Alexander Baxter over a year ago when I started making, probably maybe even 2 years. Let me show you. Let me go into Pinterest. I'm in my analytics and I just want to show you. If I look at my pins, right, the highest ones in the last, I think this is the last 30 days. Okay, so these, I think these are the last 30 days. Idea pin, idea pin, idea pin, idea pin, idea pin, idea pin. These have all gotten more views than video pins. There's a standard pin right there. And if I go over to idea pins, so some of these are brand new. Actually, no, not very many of them are brand new. But let me just click on one of these, okay? So this one does pretty well. What I did was when I created this idea pin, I added notes. And when I added notes, this is where I put a link right here. Now this is, I do not believe, a UTM code. So this is an idea pin from almost a year ago. But I put this, now this is not a clickable link, as you can see. You can't put links in idea pins. However, I've just learned just recently that Pinterest allows you to put direct links in a promoted pin. So if you do a promoted idea pin, you can actually put a link in there. And I would definitely be putting a UTM code if I'm going to pay for a pin. But that's how I do it. So I add a note. Actually, let me go into create an idea pin. Okay, I'll use one of these drafts. I've already used them before, but let me just use this one for a second. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to next. So after I've got it in here, I'm going to go to next. And here where it says add details, click on there and I go to notes. And this is where I put stuff. I literally take the product description on TPT and I put it in here and I put a link at the top. So that's where I put it. By the way, you can put landing pages on Pinterest. So you can put landing pages on your Facebook account, landing pages on your Instagram account, landing pages on Pinterest. You can put a link to your landing page in your note to followers. Okay, again, try and create a link that's going to be easy for you to track when it happens. Okay, do what works for you. If you got any questions about any of this or you want more elaboration, just let me know. It's not too hard. Like I said, it's just taking that extra few minutes. And I say few, but it's probably half hour to an hour depending on what it is and how much you've done it. It gets better, and that's why I like to batch this particular step, just because I'm already kind of in that link zone. Upcoming video. I got a couple upcoming. Actually, I got a small list. First of all, thank you those of you who emailed me with your store looking to do a TPT audit. I mentioned a couple months ago that I was thinking of stopping the personal TPT store reviews only because I just can't keep up with demand. I'm sorry. I invest a lot of time when I do them, and if I'm missing something and then I'm waiting, and then it just makes the list longer, and I don't want to keep doing that. And so I made the decision that I'm going to just do some TPT store audits reviews right here on the channel, maybe every 3-4 months, maybe. I haven't fully decided how often, but right now I have enough requests to do a couple videos, so I might just do 2 videos to start, and I will do that. If you're interested in doing it, but you're nervous that I might, give you a terrible review, I won't do that on YouTube. I'll send you a personal note that you really should change this, but I'm not harsh, okay? I just don't see any value to doing it publicly. And YouTube's very public. I mean, if I think your covers aren't very good, I'll say something, but I won't be harsh about it. So if you're worried about that, don't worry about that, okay? All right, and then there's a couple, I can't even remember what some of the other videos are on. By the way, Canva's got some new features. I'm going to be doing an upcoming Canva video. PowerPoint's got some new features. I'm going to be doing a PowerPoint. I wish Google Slides would have more updates and upgrades, but maybe one day they will. They do a couple every year, but wish they'd just do a few more. Okay, so wherever you are in the world, I hope you and your family are staying safe, being healthy, and we'll catch you. If you haven't seen the routines video, you can always check out some videos here in the playlist. Take care, everyone.